Welcome to Seize the Mains by Malhotra's IS Academy. I'm Surbhi Sardana and this is Season 3 of our Daily Answer Writing Initiative. This initiative runs in coordination with our website, which is rajisacademy.com. So you can, after this discussion, write your own answer, and in the mains answer writing section on our website, post your answers in the comment section and our team will evaluate your answers and respond back with our feedback entirely free of cost. So the question is, and this topic was discussed yesterday on our YouTube channel by Snigdha ma'am in our current affairs discussion, the subject wise current affairs discussion, which happens Monday to Saturday at 2:30 p.m. So the question is, South China Sea is of great geopolitical importance for India. Elaborate. See, South China Sea has been in news since like a very long time, for a decade or more than that, and it is one of the favorite topics of Union Public Service Commission and State Public Service Commission when it comes to asking questions for mains or for prelims. While the mapping part of South China Sea would be important from prelims point of view, from mains point of view, questions like these, that why South China is important, South China Sea India के लिए क्यों important है, इंडिया की बाउंड्री भी नहीं लगती है South China Sea के साथ, but still it has a lot of importance. Why do we discuss about South China Sea all the time, और इतने questions क्यों आते हैं इस area से? So this is the purpose of this question, to tell you, to explain you and to tell you how to approach this question कि इंडिया के लिए क्यों important है, and let's see how we can approach this. First of all, what you have to see is that this diagram, this map of South China Sea, this is one of the maps which you should know and you should be able to draw in your exam. So in this map, India is not shown, but moving from India, from Strait of Malacca and South China Sea, this part you should be able to draw in your map, particularly for this question. Otherwise, if you are not able to draw it from India, at least this part, especially marking Strait of Malacca, that also would be enough, but do draw this map. Without it, you might not be able to score as many marks as your competitors. Also, you have to answer this question only in 150 words, so keep the word limit in mind. तो आपके पास heads बहुत सारे होने चाहिए कि क्या क्या importance है, and उनकी explanation भी बहुत crisp होनी चाहिए, and वो हम लोग point format में address करेंगे, because this is an IR question, so we have a lot of points. In the introduction, what we do is we just tell the examiner what we know about the topic. तो introduction में आप South China Sea के बारे में in general बता सकते हैं, इंडिया के respect में नहीं. Just talk generally about South China Sea and not with regards to India particularly. So this is a statement which Wikipedia says, that South China Sea is a marginal sea of Western Pacific Ocean. You can choose to write the boundaries also of South China Sea, but बहुत सारी countries हैं, so keep that in mind. So then you can talk that overall 1/3 of the world's shipping or ships pass through it, carrying around $3 trillion worth of trade each year. So trade point of view से बहुत important है, इसलिए सब countries इसके बारे में बात कर रही हैं. Including most of the world's requirement for vital commodities, not just goods, just basic goods, but vital commodities which have like importance with respect to energy and raw materials. So many industries and basic movement of people or basic operation of many industries and many nations will suffer if South China Sea goes out of hands or goes into the hands of one country which is trying to flex muscles there, that is China. So moving on to the linkage point. Linkage point basically body paragraph से पहले एक ऐसी line होती है जो कि आपके body paragraph को introduce करती है. So South China Sea is of great importance for India, as can be seen through the following points. First of all is about the trade routes. Trade routes including the Strait of Malacca are very important क्योंकि इंडिया का बहुत सारा जो commodities हैं, around 55% of trade towards the Indo-Pacific region passes through South China Sea. So trade routes including Strait of Malacca, India uses this waterways, South China Sea waterways, the second most used in the world for trade, worth nearly $200 billion every year, and that is nearly 55% of India's trade with the Indo-Pacific region, with the Pacific region. The next one is the strategic interest. See, India has a lot of coordination activities going on in Indian Ocean region and South China Sea region. तो हमारी naval ships होती हैं, we have naval ships deployed there, we have international missions, we conduct regular exercises in these areas and through established and growing strategic military partnerships. So if there is a threat to this area, that would mean that there is a threat to India's foreign deployments also. Indian ships को भी नुकसान हो सकता है, उनको भी वो hurt हो सकता है. So from a strategic interest, these are very important. And as the Indian Navy also operates in the Western Pacific, secure access through these waters of South China Sea. Just like trade के लिए South China Sea का access बहुत important है, Western Pacific में Indian Navy को जाने के लिए भी South China Sea is of utmost importance. Otherwise, the other route that we'll have to take would be very long and almost impossible to pass through. The third one is the regional growth. India has Act East policy in place. Act East policy में ASEAN के साथ जो relations है, ASEAN की जो 10 countries है, उसके साथ जो relations है इंडिया के वो बहुत important है. On the one hand, the relations of many ASEAN countries with China are severing because China is flexing muscles in South China Sea and surrounding areas. So that is one point of it. So India has a chance to take a leadership role in this Southeast Asian region. And secondly, हमारा जो Act East policy है उसमें coordination बढ़ाने के लिए to increase the regional growth, it is very important. So South China Sea has the potential to enhance regional growth and further India's engagement with Southeast Asia and especially with the ASEAN. Also, there is another point that China's influence is growing in this region. China is emerging as a very strong country, especially in this region. So, Western countries want India to stand as a leader to counter China's influence. So, that is also where, you know, our relations with Western nations and our overall relations with the world and our overall standing in the world is concerned. So, that's why we need to have a control over this region, a better say in what happens in this region. The fourth point is the security. So, any military conflict that happens in South China Sea will inadvertently affect India's security also. We have Andaman and Nicobar Islands very near, we have the Malacca Strait there. So, any military conflict in South China Sea will have ramification in the Indian Ocean region. It may hamper regional security situation and also our relations with the Southeast Asian nations will suffer or might even, you know, go in a very cold state for some time if any security threat comes. The next one is South China Sea is very rich in energy resources. Oil के resources बहुत ज़्यादा हैं. There are many resources which have not been discovered yet. So this is one of the precise reasons why China is wanting to exert its influence over that area. So India, by signing an agreement with Vietnam, carries out oil exploration activities on a commercial basis. So oil exploration उधर carry out होता है, and that's why this region is of utmost importance. For example, if we are able to find or we are able to get into an agreement where we can commercialize those resources, then it will be of benefit to India. Now these were the 5-6 broad points which were which highlighted that why South China Sea is of geopolitical importance to India. In the conclusion paragraph, what you can write is, so earlier what used to happen, India used to take a neutral stand in whatever was happening in South China Sea, but with time we have realized that China is actually trying to coerce neighboring countries. On the one hand, on the land boundary also with China, we have seen a lot of coercion that happens from the Chinese ends, and also in like Indian Ocean also we've seen vessels from time to time which belong to China. So now we've realized that since so much trade dependence is there, security dependence is there, so it is not about whether India has a boundary with South China Sea or it does not have. It is about the overall picture, it is about the global picture, that we cannot let one country dominate and do whatever it wants. So that's why India has now started taking a balanced approach. India has started taking that offensive strategy where India has become an important stakeholder in whatever happens around South China Sea by active engagement with the surrounding countries and also by carrying out military exercises, oil exploration activities, and by connecting more with the ASEAN. So India, while not a South China Sea littoral state, you use the word littoral, it is like more professional in your answers. So is invested in the maintenance of the rules based order and freedom of navigation in these sea lanes of communication. India intends to move away from its historical balanced approach towards China and the South China Sea disputes and play a more proactive role. And I think this is your conclusion from the above points. This conclusion is very well justified, guided by its Act East policy, in particular, as well as its Indo-Pacific vision. The vision that we have for Indo-Pacific, India emerging as a leader and an important partner in the geopolitics of Indo-Pacific. Indeed, India has economic, diplomatic and strategic interest in the vital waters of the South China Sea. In fact, when a few years back the South China Sea dispute came into the limelight again, China struck down orders of an international agency to to get back and to give up on the island territories that it had claimed of earlier, and China did not adhere to the judgment. So that time also India took a strong stand, and India recognized the importance and the rights of small island nations which are surrounding the South China Sea. So all countries have to stand for each other. Just because a country is small doesn't mean that it does not have rights, and coercion by a bigger country can put it into a trap. So that's where India's role lies, that's where our policies lie, that is where our geopolitical interest lies. So this is your answer for the day. The entire answer has been uploaded on our website rajayesacademy.com. The link to the website, the direct link, is there in the description below. Read the full answer, go through it time and again, and write your own answer. Try to write your own answer, go to Google News, find some new Google images which you can use in this answer, and send your answers to us. We eagerly wait for them, and our team will respond back to you with our valuable feedback. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, this is the right time to do it. I'll see you with another discussion tomorrow. Seize the Mains goes on from Monday to Saturday now, not just Monday to Friday like before. So I'll see you tomorrow, and stay tuned.